Friday Night SmackDown is done, and I don't know about all of you, but I'm feeling hella oozy after that one. But today I'll be reacting to your wrestling hot takes. Every single week after Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, I sit right here and I ask you over on Twitter to submit all of your opinions, your hot takes, your bold predictions, or whatever else you may have. And then I read them out right here on camera, and we talk about them, discuss them, sometimes I roast them. It's a great time. So if you wish to submit your hot takes in the future, make sure you follow me over on X at Conman167. I drop the tweets right after SmackDown and Raw, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. But with that being said, make sure you leave a like on this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and keep coming back every single day because we upload wrestling videos every single day. And we also have a lot of great stuff over on our Patreon if you're interested. Make sure you check that out too. All right, let's read your hot takes. This is cinema. Yes, there's no question that the WWE's Bloodline story is absolutely cinema. It's incredible to watch and everything is working in this story, but I have one question. What inning are we in now? Because truth be told, this is one of the greatest stories WWE has ever told. It might just be the greatest story of all time. From Roman Reigns' dominant run at the top of the card, to the drama involving Sami Zayn, to the rise of main event Jey Uso, to the new Bloodline taking over, every beat of this story has been amazing, and in my opinion, not a single dry moment. Like, even with this new Bloodline, I know that not every ending of the show has been the most thrilling, and some of it has been repetitive, but it has constantly introduced new layers to this Bloodline saga, and I love every moment of it. And the best part about this Bloodline saga is that it has created a bunch of new main eventers. Like, we've not only seen Roman Reigns take over the WWE and seen Jey Uso and Sami Zayn main event pay-per-views as a result, but also Solo Sikoa has rose to mega stardom, and same with Jacob Fatu. He looks like $1 million and he looks like a future main eventer. Like, he's literally being groomed for the WrestleMania main event. And then when you add the final boss, The Rock, into this story, there's nothing coming close to it. And it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon, with Lance Anoa'i and Zilla Fatu potentially coming into the story in the future. And who knows who else? Like, God, there's like 1 million Usos out there, I'm pretty sure. Rikishi got busy. We could literally see this Bloodline story continue for years to come, and I'm so here for it. But let me know in the comments what your favorite moment of the Bloodline saga has been so far. I'm very interested in reading them. Yeet. Heel Tommaso Ciampa would be a good feud for LA Knight. The Black Heart of NXT is coming back, and it could very well signal the end for DIY. If you didn't get the chance to watch Tommaso Ciampa down in NXT, you missed his best work to this date. He was incredible when he was the NXT champion, and he was an absolute psychotic heel who was willing to do anything to retain the championship. And that includes stabbing his best friend in the back in Johnny Gargano. And the way that things are being built to on the main roster right now, I imagine Ciampa will turn on Gargano again. He's crashing out, dude. And while I'm not ready for the end of DIY on the main roster, I must admit that a heel Ciampa would be an excellent feud for LA Knight in that United States Championship. Like, the dynamic in the ring would be incredible, and they would easily put on a banger of a match that everybody would love. But if we start to think who could potentially be the person to take the United States title away from LA Knight, it needs to be somebody who is going to generate heat. And I don't think anybody could generate more heat than Tommaso Ciampa. We also know that LA Knight is ready for a main event run, and if WWE has an opening for a babyface towards the top of the card, LA Knight would be the perfect fit, and Ciampa replacing him as the United States champion would be money. And then you could also do the feud for Ciampa and Gargano over the United States title, which everybody would love. Makes sense to me. Put the US title on him. This was long overdue. Amazing announcement by Nick Aldis, and I can't wait to see who becomes the first ever women's United States champion. We finally have a women's mid-card title. Holy cow, this is so long overdue. I don't know what took so long, but thank you, Nick Aldis. WWE officially revealed the Women's United States title, and I am so here for it. Like, there are so many talented performers in the women's division who simply don't get opportunities because there wasn't any way to move up the card organically. That's now here. And after seeing how big of a success the Women's North American Championship was down in NXT, it was only a matter of time before we saw a mid-card belt on the main roster for the women's division. Took a really long time though. Like, this probably should have been here years ago. But can't complain too much. It's here now, and this title apparently can be defended on both Raw Raw and SmackDown, so that should create some interesting matchups, some cross-promotional matchups between Raw and SmackDown. Now, with that being said, I'm not sure if that means we're going to get a Women's Intercontinental Championship right now or not. I'm leaning towards the side of not, but hey, I would be down for a Women's IC title as well. And there's obviously so many talented women who should be in line for this opportunity, but I want to know in the comments, who do you think should be the first ever Women's United States Champion? Let me know. But I honestly love this decision. It was long overdue, and I'm so glad it's finally here. It is going to create some new stars for the women's division, and I can't wait to see who emerges as the next main eventer because of this championship. Tonight, Randy Orton showed us why he's one of the greatest to ever do it. By selling the pile driver, he showed us why the art of selling is so important in wrestling. The pile driver has been banned for a long time in WWE, and it's been quite a while since we saw it, but Kevin Owens pile drived Randy Orton into the ring, and it looks like he broke his neck. Okay, not literally, but you know, it looked like it did. Like, the pile driver should be viewed as one of the most dangerous moves in professional wrestling. You're literally being dropped on your head by a big jacked up dude. It should break your neck. But because of this use of this banned move, WWE has interjected a bunch of life into this feud between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, and as a result, this feels like it is going to be one of the most important feuds on Friday Night SmackDown for the next few months. Seeing Randy Orton stretchered out is one of the most powerful images WWE has produced this year, and it instantly makes Kevin Owens one of the most despicable heels in WWE. And the eventual matchup between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton is going to be incredibly emotional as a result. It's the little things like selling that go a long way in telling a larger story. So kudos to both Randy and Kevin for putting their body on the line and for interjecting a bunch of great life into this story. It needed it, and it's arrived. Dude, this match is going to slap. I think after tonight, Kevin Owens is going to unalive Sami Zayn next time he sees him. Bro, Kevin Owens is right. Everybody wants to treat him as the bad guy, but dude, he is incredibly justified. After fighting the Bloodline for so long, all of a sudden everyone wants to support Roman Reigns and fight alongside Roman? What about the last 3+ years? Like, not only has Kevin Owens had to see Cody Rhodes put his differences aside to align with Roman Reigns, but he now has to see his literal best friend in the world, Sami Zayn, do the same. Dude, Kevin Owens is about to crash out. Like, I know seeing Sami Zayn standing alongside of Roman Reigns had to absolutely destroy Kevin Owens from within. He's already feeling some sort of way towards Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, but he literally saw his best friend in this world do the exact same thing he has been preaching for the last little while. He turned his back on KO and aligned with the enemy. Why does everybody want to align with Roman Reigns? He's still the same dude. He's still a master manipulator. This is why I don't acknowledge him. Like, literally, KO stands for crash out, and I imagine Sami Zayn is going to get a massive earful in the coming weeks. But if this leads to an eventual Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn match, maybe even at WrestleMania, it would all be worth it. There's no question. I still think they will go for the 5v5 War Games fight. I don't know who would join Roman, but as for my guesses for who joins Solo, it would either be The Rock or Fatu. But I still think they do 5v5. Yeah, could we see a 5v5 War Games match happen at Survivor Series? So far, on one hand, we've got Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Solo Sikoa, and then on the other, we have Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn. But who else could be added to this match? Like, traditionally, Survivor Series War Games is a 5v5 fight, so they probably are thinking about any way to add somebody else into this matchup. And there are a couple people who could make sense. Like, we could very well see The Rock join Solo Sikoa's team, and that could lead to Cody Rhodes being brought back in to be on Roman Reigns' team. But with that being said, Cody Rhodes is in a deep feud with Kevin Owens right now and is likely going to have a match at War Games in Canada against Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. But if WWE chooses to go a different direction and they choose to run that match at WWE Saturday Night's main event, that could leave Cody Rhodes wide open for War Games. And then obviously it's been a little while since we've seen The Rock, but we do know Solo Sikoa has a plan. I wonder if that plan could be The Rock. Personally, I think it's going to be a 4v4 War Games match, just the way everything has come together. I don't see either Cody Rhodes or The Rock being interjected into this feud, but let me know anybody else that you think could very well be a fifth member. Like, it could be Lance Anoa'i, it could be Fatu. I highly doubt it, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bro can talk, bro can fight, and bro looks like $1,000,000. Jacob Fatu is without a doubt a future main eventer in WWE. He literally has everything you could want. He has the look, he can talk, he can go in the ring, and everything he is involved in instantly turns to gold. Add in the fact that he's involved in one of the most entertaining storylines in WWE history, and WWE has a star in the making in Jacob Fatu. They've already begun to tease massive matches for Jacob Fatu. We saw the stare down with Braun Breaker on Monday Night Raw a little bit ago, and of course all the interactions with Roman Reigns leads to a massive match between those two eventually. And both of those matches are PLE main event matchups, and WWE knows it. But that promo on SmackDown that Jacob cut is just a taste of what he can do. It won't be long before WWE lets this man take over. He is money, and WWE is going to print a boatload of cash because of him. In other words, he's going to feed families. But those are your hot takes. Let me know any others that you have down in the comments below. And also, while you're down there, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications. Follow me on Twitter or X if you want to submit your hot takes in the future. And also make sure you check out our Patreon, as we have lots of great content over there. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Have a great one, and we'll see you real soon.